caos e sentir o perigo do caos. Olha a iniciativa, jogadores! E vamos continuar nossa aventura pelos reinos da Boêmia através do Kindom Deliverance 2. E não se esqueça, já deixa aqui o seu like aqui embaixo antes da gente começar. E principalmente, se você gosta do nosso conteúdo, gosta do Demicast, ajuda a gente aqui pelo Apoia-se. São apenas R$10 por mês, que ajuda pra caramba, e é isso que vai permitir que a gente possa trazer mais conteúdos para vocês. Principalmente porque o nosso trabalho é custoso e precisa muito do seu apoio, beleza? Nós temos várias parcerias e vantagens para quem nos apoia, como por exemplo o Mercado RPG, a maior loja de itens de RPG do Brasil. Então se você gosta de jogar RPG de mesa, presencial ou online, não importa, você vai ter na Mercado RPG uma gama imensa de produtos incríveis para você aprimorar suas campanhas e com desconto exclusivo para quem é apoiador do Dice Masters. Além disso, nós temos a PSZ 3D Maker Store e também a Red Bug Camisetas. E se você gosta de RPG Indie, nós somos parceiros também da Lampião Game Studios, que está saindo com novos jogos recentemente, que nós teremos o Demicast em breve com o Jorge Valpassos falando do seu novo jogo. Mas agora, vamos sem demora para Kindom Deliverance 2. Estamos de volta então aqui na choupana da Dona Bozena. O Henry está ferido, está sangrando. A primeira coisa que a gente tem que fazer é usar as ataduras. As ataduras elas servem para a gente impedir o sangramento. Tá, deixa eu ver, eu tenho que enfaixar, né? Vamos ver, eu tenho que aumentar aqui. Ah, entendi. Tem que aumentar pro lado para funcionar a atadura. Ok. E, beleza. Você está com fome? Vamos comer então, comer da panela. Agora tem colherzinha, mas a colherzinha ela sobe vazia, né? Interessante, mas é uma evolução já do primeiro, que só piscava. Comeria um pouco mais, né? Ele está agora com a saciedade em 40, então ele ainda está com fome. Vamos ver, dá pra comer mais? Nada como estar de barriga cheia. Beleza, agora ele está acima de 50. Quando está acima de 50 até 100 você está saciado. Acima de 100 você está cheio demais. E abaixo de 50 você está com fome. Vamos lá, o que temos aqui? Não dá pra pegar nada, coitado do Hans.
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you. And over Bojana, too.
Bojena! Não é Bojena, é Bozena. Fala direito, rapaz. Veio de Pato Branco e não sabe isso. Eu achei que era a saída. Foi mal, desculpe. Não queria me interpretar na sua casa. Vamos lá. Ela nos deu algumas missões ontem. E uma delas era pra a gente ver o que tinha aqui fora. Temos aqui um pão. Quero comer pão. Temos aqui queijo, umas maçãs. É importante lembrar que comida nesse jogo estraga. Então não adianta pegar um monte de comida, sair carregando por aí, porque vai estragar. E esse item é importantíssimo, a pinga da salvação. Como é que tá traduzido aqui? Schneb Salvador Fraco. Então tá, eles vão traduzir com pinga da salvação. Eu acho que a primeira tradução do primeiro jogo ela era mais freestyle, teve mais adaptações. Essa segunda, como é oficial, eles trabalharam mais... temos aqui... Temos temos itens para fazer alquimia. No primeiro jogo eu tive a missão lá dos monges. E lá a gente fez bastante alquimia. Eu aproveitei para fazer toda a alquimia que eu pude. Vamos ver, temos um cachorro aqui. O que o cachorro tá comendo? Eita, tá comendo bicho. Tá comendo o cara. Tá, eu vou pegar esse corpo. Licença, cachorrinho. E vou enterrar. Vamos ver, é pra enterrar onde? Vamos enterrar lá. Vamos lá. Ui, tá pesado. Pesado. Rabugento. E aí, rabugento? Beleza? Você é rabugento, rabugento? Vamos ver aonde que é pra enterrar o cara. Eu nem sei onde eu tô. Deixa eu ver. Qual que é a missão? Jogue água em si mesmo e na banheira. Tá, não era pra pegar o cara. Deixa eu soltar o cara aqui. Com licença. Desculpa aí, moço. Desculpa aí. Desculpa aí. Eu vou ficar bem sujo depois, né? Mas tudo bem. Vamos lá, então. Tem que se lavar. Ah, já vem minha carinha, tô limpinho, tô bonito agora. E beleza.
I feel like a new man.
Novo homem, né? Novo homem. Tá, ainda tô com 47 de vida. Cara, eu tô com muita fome. Deixa eu comer essas coisas aqui. Comer pão, comer queijo. Ó, o pão já fez uma diferença enorme. A frutinha não fez muita coisa. Ó, o queijo, ele tem aqui algumas características. Deixa eu ver. Como é que eu faço pra abrir mais informações? Ah, é o quê? É o quê? Ele vai ter saciedade 26. Então, se eu comer um queijo agora, eu tô com saciedade 70, eu vou pra 96. Se eu comer isso agora, tem a questão também aqui, ó. Aqui a pinga de salvação não aumenta a saciedade. Então, isso é bom. Então, eu vou comer esse queijo aqui. Ó, 96 de saciedade. Agora eu tô tranquilo. Olha com Bozena. Vamos lá, então. E aí, Bozena, como é que você tá?
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry.
Eu
I
já tomei
had
banho
to
antes,
pour a
tá?
whole Lethean potion into you last night.
That's
That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Entendo de ervas. Cara, eu entendo de ervas muito. Eu fiquei nível máximo de alquimia no outro jogo, então... não, eu quero saber aqui, quero saber
Easy
aqui.
as pie. I can do
Eu
that.
resolvo isso.
Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds. Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised.
Muito
I'd
bom.
be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Eu dou conta.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good, but don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Medo de fantasmas. Bom, é interessante, cara, porque a poção de leite, ela era a poção que resetava seus status no primeiro jogo. Então faz sentido esse ser a poção que recuperou ele e tirou as forças dele, né? As habilidades e tudo mais. Peguei a pá. Deixa eu pegar aqui o cadáver então. Com licença, moço. Tudo bem? Com licença, deixa eu pegar você. Dá licença. Isso. Vamos pro riacho. Vamos pro riacho. Carrega o cadáver até o riacho. Não dá pra andar mais rápido, não? Eu tô fraco, é verdade. E no outro jogo, né, a gente tinha as poções e tinha também as ervas. Mas a diferença do outro jogo para esse, do primeiro para o segundo, é que o primeiro jogo as ervas não estragavam. E ela falar pra nós que não adianta pegar da cozinha porque tá desidratada, faz sentido porque agora você pode desidratar elas não estragam. Porém, tem o problema de você... Eu tô indo por onde, gente? Eu vou acabar caindo aqui nesse buraco. Tem o problema de você não ter uma qualidade tão boa na poção. Então você pode utilizar desidratado, mas o melhor é usar as poções frescas, né? Com itens frescos. Por isso que eu vou pegar aqui os itens e já vou direto pra conseguir as ervas e fazer a poção. Será que ela vai deixar eu fazer a poção também? Deixa eu ver, eu acho que é aqui, no meio dos juncos, né? Aqui tá com cara de lugar bom pra cavar. E detalhe, né? A mulher gostou não, ela conhecia um lugar. Esse conhecer um lugar é cabroso, né? Vamos ver, é aqui. Ah, tem que recolher o cadáver. É mais longe? Eu tô achando que é aqui mesmo, não é aqui. Tá, é perto do riacho, né? Então vamos seguir. Seguir por aqui. E no 1 tinha aquelas caixas de impacto nos arbustos, que era ruim de passar por eles. Aqui. Meu ombro. Tá bom, né? É pesado mesmo. Cavar aqui. Eu achei que o Henry ficou bem mais bonito nesse jogo. Eu acho que o cabelo dele ter crescido, alguma coisa assim, fez sentido. Deixa eu ver, pegar o corpo. Saquear. O que ele tem aqui? Capuz de minerador, cinto de caçador. Vou pegar esse cinto aqui. Jaquetão, bota de andarilho, calça de mendigo. Pô, só coisa boa, hein, meu querido? Pegar uma água potável, maçã. Pegar uma maçã que tá boa, o resto tá ruim. Uma bandagem, matadura e uma tocha. Beleza. Capuz de minerador. Vou pegar só pra vender depois. Ih, meu amigo foi mal, você tá pelado agora. Deixa eu pegar esse corpo. E vou enterrar. Eu achei que eu ia ter que jogar ele na terra só. Após um pouco de trabalho árduo. Beleza. Tá cavado. Agora eu tenho que me lavar, né? Meu caneco, eu devo estar imundo. Eu tô descalço, né? Caramba, deixa eu ver o que eu tenho aqui. Um capuz velho, um jaquetão desgastado e tá com sangue. Detalhe que tá com sangue aqui. Bota de andarilho. Eu tô sem calças, né? Vou pegar essa calça de mendigo e essa bota de andarilho dele. Mas elas estão um pouco desgastadas, né? Não tá 100% aqui. Não tem problema, depois eu resolvo isso. O importante é não ficar pelado. Será que ela vai achar esquisito? O que é isso aqui? Ah, que legal. Aqui um porquinho. Oi, porquinho. Eu adoro bacon. Será que você é da mulher? Ah, é da mulher. Já ia dar um soco no bacon. Beleza, vamos andar um pouco mais rápido aqui. Que tenho que me lavar. Achei legal essa animação de se lavar. Você se limpou o máximo que deu no coxo. Vamos ver. A roupa que eu tava vestindo já não está mais marcando com sangue. Interessante. E se eu vestir essa daqui? Deixa eu ver. Agora eu posso ter o cinto. E aí tem a bolsinha. Equipar uma bolsinha abre espaço onde você pode colocar poções e comida. Então você pode consumi-los rapidamente durante o combate. Muito útil. Você pode ter no máximo 4 espaços, mas nem toda bolsinha permite usar todos eles. Se tiver um item marcado que pode ser colocado na bolsa, você pode colocá-la da seguinte forma. Interessante, beleza? Tem o cinto também, né? Que para o cinto aumentará o número de espaços, onde você pode equipar itens, armas, escudos e munição. Você pode ter no máximo 4 espaços, beleza? E combinações. É possível equipar a mesma arma, escudo ou munição em múltiplos espaços, permitindo criar conjuntos de armas variados. Por exemplo, você pode combinar o mesmo escudo com várias armas diferentes, como espada, escudo e machado escudo. Interessante, muito útil, muito útil, muito útil. E aí temos ali o nosso atalho, né? Interessante. Eu achei legal porque muita coisa que eles implementaram nesse jogo são coisas que já eram presentes em vários mods e tal, né? Mas eu achei bem interessante porque isso faz toda a diferença quando você quer... Deixa eu me lavar aqui, ver se vai tirar o sangue da roupa. Aê, agora eu tô limpo agora, limpinho, sem sangue. Bonito, Harry está estiloso. tem uma tocha. Vamos lá. Ai, fabugente, que é o fofo. Vamos lá. Temos que pegar agora nossas ervas aqui. O ombro dói muito, eu não posso ficar correndo.
Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
É verdade, né? Quando é que a gente já ouviu falar de alguém que tem um problema na perna ou no braço e descobre que... Olha um cavalo. Um alce. Olha que legal. Não é um alce, é um cervo, né? Muito bom. Ó, sálvia. Temos sálvia aqui. E eu sei que é sálvia porque eu joguei o primeiro e eu fiz muito isso.
There we go.
Vou pegar mais umas sálvias aqui. Muito bom. E eu tenho que pegar também camomila. Camomila não. É camomila, né? Deixa eu ver, camomila aqui, ó. Camomila branquinha, bonitinha.
Chamomile. Right. I've got all the herbs.
Isso eu achei muito maneiro, porque quando você começa a jogar o jogo, você não entende muito sobre ervas e tal. Só que de eu tanto jogar lá no primeiro e fazer esse trabalho de herbalismo, eu aprendi quais são as plantas só de bater o olho. Então, tipo, eu bato o olho aqui, eu sei que é salvia, eu sei que é camomila, eu bato numa laranja, eu sei que é aquela outra lá, esqueci o nome muito. Viu? Eu sei muito, nossa. E aí a gente vai aprendendo um pouquinho de planta. Não! Será? Ih, vai dar ruim. Posso pressentir o perigo e o caos. Vou fazer o seguinte, eu vou tomar aqui... Cadê? Como é que eu faço pra tomar? Tem que clicar aqui em cima. Não, é no tab. Comida, Schneb Salvador fraco. Vou tomar esse aqui. Só ver o jogo. Porque esse daí, ó... Posso pressentir o perigo e o caos.
Could something have happened at Bajena's? Must have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
They slaughtered some knight and his company yesterday down by the pond. Sir? Hey, you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drop it out of you.
Tudo bem? Como é que você tá? Vamos conversar civilizadamente.
Lord von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights' company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
Todos os mensageiros sofremos uma emboscada. Cara, esses caras não estão falando a verdade. Vocês não parecem homens de von Bergov.
You're from Lord von Bergov? You don't look like it.
Kulva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergov, then we're from fucking von Bergov. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to cold steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Está procurando o lugar errado, mentir. Dá o fora, mandamos ele embora, mentir. Putz, é aí que tá, né? Eu tenho... posso intimidar, mas a questão é que eu tenho lábia, né? Eu vou tentar mentir.
I'm Pavel!
Pavel!
I'm here to help Bojana.
Caraca, Pavel é um cara que a gente ajuda no primeiro jogo.
But I met some of von Bergov's men in the woods too. They had his shields and Waffenrocks. They were looking for some cutthroats. I gave them directions here, so you can join them once they get here.
Fuck.
What's the matter?
Nothing, fuck it. Just tell them we'll wait for them in the tavern in Jelly-Off, alright?
Que massa! Eu enganei os dois trouxas. Algo está acontecendo, alguma coisa está acontecendo na casa de Bozena, mas lembre-se, nem todas as situações complicadas precisam ser resolvidas na violência. Que massa. Bozena, me sinto muito por isso.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Rainha de Sabá, você merece a verdade, não posso falar nada. Coitada, ela não salvou, né, gente?
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Berghoff. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. I was sure they'd see through you. You thought up quite a story. It was a story, right?
Oh, I didn't meet anyone up top, but they swallowed it all right. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Ah, vou preparar o remédio.
Right, I'll try.
Tenho um pouco de experiência com alquimia.
I've been at the alchemist bench a few times, but it's been quite a while.
That's grand. More than I was hoping for. And not to worry, it'll all come back to you. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Muito bom, muito bom. Bom, vamos lá.
Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started.
Vamos lá. Começar a alquimia.
First, go
Interessante.
to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Beleza, vamos precisar de vinho, 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de sálvia. Adicione a camomila e ferva por 1 turno. Moa a sálvia e adicione ao caldeirão, por fim sirva. Muito bem. Então precisamos de vinho, 2 punhados de camomila e 1 de sálvia. Ok. Vamos lá. Aqui você pode ver as ervas, legal. Muito bom. Então, para a mesa. Vamos pegar a camomila.
First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Vamos lá, é vinho. Interessante, muda ali o conteúdo também.
So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Interessante. Mover para baixo. Essa mecânica já não tinha anteriormente.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Interessante.
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Perfeito, camomila. Punhado. Mais um punhado.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts.
Beleza, tem que ser por um turno, né? Beleza.
See? When the sand has flowed out, that's one turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Ok.
All right.
Agora tem que colocar uma sal.
Now, take one handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Temos que usar o moedor. Gente, isso aqui no primeiro jogo eu achei tão sensacional, mas tão sensacional. Porque assim, ele é maçante.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron.
Mas tem um momento do jogo que você precisa fazer isso. Isso é muito bom você aprender.
All you have to do now is decant it. Get a file and pour it in.
Ok. Segurar, beleza.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Infusão de camomila, 2. Ótimo. E não fiz só uma, isso é muito útil. Ok. Que legal, ele guarda o livrinho daí.
Here it is.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Muito bom. Então, uma coisa que eu tenho que falar pra vocês. Eu tô fazendo um roleplay de um jovem que quer seguir a risca a história de que... Ah, olha que temos aqui uma espada de caça. Eu não tinha visto isso. Eu vou usar pra me proteger. De ser assim, um rapaz que quer seguir a risca que o pai dele falou antes de morrer. Que é, não resolva tudo na violência. Tenta resolver na fala, tenta resolver na diplomacia, não busca violência, mas esteja preparado para se defender também, né? E então, tipo, eu não fui no primeiro jogo para as missões de ladrão, de roubo e coisas assim. Então isso me permitiu, por exemplo, ter uma honra muito alta e tudo mais. E por mais que o jogo não tivesse esse negócio de honra, ou desonra, como é o caso do Red Dead Redemption 2, eu tive uma boa reputação na maioria dos lugares onde eu fui, sabe? A não ser com os bandidos, que eu não tinha reputação nenhuma. E aqui eu quero fazer a mesma coisa, eu quero seguir essa ideia desse Henry honrado, que ajuda, que protege, que evita fazer, tipo assim, coisas desnecessárias, coisas perigosas. Tá, eu vou dormir aqui agora, legal, gostei, e eu vou acordar cedinho, ó. Vou tentar acordar cedo, e tomar cuidado muito com essa ansiedade, não acordo com fome, né? Eu vou acordar às 4 da manhã. Será que eu vou ter pesadelos de volta essa noite? Vou ter sim.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
A guerra é um negócio sujo.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it.
as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
Yeah!
Cara,
Don't
esse final me
disappoint
deixou com tanta raiva.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Nossa. Lembrando da voz da mãe ainda, sacanagem.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Essa aí deve ser a pavena.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
Pavlena.
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Nossa, é ele mesmo.
Yeah. That sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Ah, melhor do que ontem, né?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Eu acho que a espada do meu pai... Meu pai, a espada não é tão importante.
Ah, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Obrigado, eu vou pensar sobre isso.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
Muito bom.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Ai, coitada. Ele tá aguentando o Hans. Caramba, olha só que bonito esse jogo, gente. Meu Deus. Ah, Hans, tá acordado. Finalmente.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Sir Hans foi capturado pelos cumanos.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice.
Olha só.
The thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
É dois, gente.
Double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Então, como Sir Hans foi atingido por uma flecha...
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers-in-arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the
Foi
backside.
bem isso mesmo.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Como você derrotou aquele fascínora? Obrigado por ter me trazido até aqui.
True. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see.
Ou seja, salva o
It's
jogo
not
antes
all
de
that
entrar em
hard to
confusão.
brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
Que legal, ela tem já a receita.
But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Faz sentido. Faz sentido.
Sorry for coming late, Mom.
Então, Hans.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Ai, ai. Eu acho que temos que ir atrás do vira-lata. Mas eu vi Toff no lago.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
You don't believe me?
It's not that I don't believe you. It just doesn't make any sense that he'd be here.
No, I'm not. I'd never mistake him for anyone else.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day.
Nossa, eu fui
promise you.
forte nisso.
And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Interessante. Oh, meu Deus. Ah, essa bozena. De pato branco para os nossos corações. Deep Silver apresenta... Caramba, que introdução maravilhosa, gente. Warhorse Studios. Anda, Hans, tá com pressa, não? Ah. Olha que cenário lindo, gente. Esse lugar existe na vida real e ele é conhecido como o Paraíso da Boêmia. Não é à toa, é lindo pra caramba. Ali um fazendeiro. Eu adoro essas cenas de viagem. Teve poucas no primeiro jogo e agora estão aproveitando bastante. Nossa, essa aí me lembrou a Senhor dos Anéis. E será que teria uns pássaros nesse jogo? Porque no primeiro não tinha pássaro, né? Tinha uma limitação técnica deles que eles não tinham como fazer pássaros. Tinha uns corvos de vez em quando, mas era bem... qualquer coisa. Olha, a cidade parece aquela Uzito. E a fofoqueira viu a gente, já era. A beira da rua já nos conhece. Na taverna. Sr. Hans. Ah. Já chegaram tomando corredão. Gente, que maravilhoso isso, gente. Castelo. E a gente tem que chegar. E não tem as cartas, não tem nada. Que introdução.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
E aí, como é que ele vai convencer que ele é o Sir Hans?
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
É, um nobre de trapos não é muito nobre.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Monty Python demais isso. Eita! Tacou merda na cabeça dele.
You fucking cunts! You know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Não parece muito.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days.
Eita, nós.
And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Eita, nós.
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Ai, ai.
What the fuck was that?
Se tivesse seguido reto, tinham chegado no castelo.
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Não sobrou muita coisa pra se fazer. Se lavar muito bem lavado, primeiramente, né? Porque, meu Deus.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Eita, nós. Eles estão fedendo.
This is not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Não, quando você tá fedendo não tem jeito, não dá pra fazer nada. Caraca, aconteceu aqui.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit, huh?
Bom, primeiro temos que nos lavar e nos trocar.
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Vamos ganhar dinheiro.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
Ele é o herdeiro, né? Não sabe o que é trabalhar.
Earn a few groschen. And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Ai, ai. Eu não entender. Por que ter vergonha foi emboscada?
A laughing stock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged asses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Você não tem culpa pela morte deles.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Apresente-se para o serviço.
Cheers.
Eita.
What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
É.
Fight better that witch. Wench.
Oh, I tell you.
Da próxima vez.
She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
E assim começa toda a confusão.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Meu Deus, desculpa, eu não queria ser tão fedido. Aí, bem melhor.
Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then.
Undrinkable.
I'll be right
Leave it out. Once you got through the first one, you knock 'em back like it's nectar.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
Ai, ai.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Foi atacado por bandidos lá.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
É.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Alexa,
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
É, gente, ela não nos ajudou como a gente esperava.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Sempre pronto para o trabalho.
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
Muito bem.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Justo.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right. We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
De longe.
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back of me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Tá. Aqui temos várias opções. Ela já explicou para onde mover os sacos. Vou perguntar se é a única taverna daqui.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Como que é a vida aqui?
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem.
Muito.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
Eu ouvi sobre casamento.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Onde vai ser o casamento?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Lord Verbergon estará no casamento?
Will Lord von Bergov be at the wedding?
Bergov.
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Quem é Samin?
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. They used
agora
to be a
entendi.
rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Interessante, interessante. Bom, vamos voltar.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
Nada não.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Interessante. Vamos lá.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. And what can I get for you?
Excelente. Eu estou sentindo que o jogo está um pouco travando, eu estou gravando, talvez seja por causa disso, mas eu quero aqui aproveitar este momento para encerrarmos nossa aventura por enquanto. Então, por favor, deixa aqui o seu like, comente aqui embaixo o que você está achando desse jogo e principalmente se inscreva se não for inscrito. E em última instância, por favor, nos apoie. Aqui embaixo está passando os apoiadores do mês. Então, se você quiser fazer parte e ter todas as vantagens que os apoiadores recebem, vamos ficar muito gratos com a sua participação. Nós temos também o nosso grupo do WhatsApp, o link vai estar aqui embaixo. Entra lá para a gente conversar bastante sobre RPG, mesas de RPG principalmente, e também sobre jogos, tá? É isso, pessoal. Muito obrigado. Nos vemos no próximo vídeo e até!